Hi guys, DevilHunter and in this installment of The Good and the Bad, I decided to go for the last of the 989 Studios Twisted Metal games, Twisted Metal 4. Yeah, of course I don't have the instruction manual for this one either. It's been a long time since I had this game. But in plot-wise, it's a little bit different in that instead of Calypso being the one to run Twisted Metal, Sweet Tooth is actually the one in charge, and he's doing to get this contest because really I have no idea. He's Sweet Tooth. Yeah, so let's take a look on the good and the bad of this. Well, for the good of this game, I'd say one thing that strikes me as impressive is the level design. Twisted Metal 3 kind of had a pretty compact, didn't really offer much room to really do real combat. But in Twisted Metal 4, I mean, it's like at least twice the size of normal maps in the third game. And there are actually some like hidden paths where you can actually take and like explore hidden things. I mean, it's just kind of creates more tension that way. It kind of gives you a chance to breathe. Avoid combat if need be. The second good thing is the roster in this game. I believe there's about 20 cars, more or less. Uh, Cars, but you also can play as all of the boss cars. Like every level has like a boss, but once you beat the game, you can play as all the bosses. And with that, I would say the third good thing is the fact that this is the only Twisted Metal game that allows you to actually customize your own car. I mean, like you can actually customize the type, give the paint job, give some accessories, even customize it special. And granted, the options are very limited, but at least this was the one and only game that allowed you to do that. And it's kind of shocking that none of the other Twisted Metal games allowed you to do that. Well, for the bad of this game, I would say, well, one thing is, as much as I like the expanse of levels, the thing I don't like is the weird gimmicks kind of threw into the levels. I mean, like they got some weird environmental like hazards placed throughout the levels. Like either exploding barrels or you got these toxic grounds that if you light them up on fire, creates like huge flames or something like that. Or there are times they're just like random flamethrowers just spatter around on walls. Or even just like weird environmental stuff like the first level has like a crane that you can use to actually damage other cars, and with that it kind of makes it kind of makes the fight a little bit more easy. Since you can just use the environment to help you out. I mean, it kind of takes some of the challenge out of it because of that. Second, I would say as much as the cars that you have in the game, the thing is, none the characters themselves though are just again uninteresting. Like Twisted Metal 3, they're just there for that one time thing, and you just don't really care too much about them. I say really the only character that's even worth anything is probably Mr. Zombie, and that's only because he's based off of Rob Zombie. Since he did a lot of soundtrack work for the last game, and for Twisted Metal 4 though, I guess maybe I know at least one soundtrack at least. I'm not sure about the other ones. And the third bad, which I kind of think a lot of people would agree on, would probably be the final level of the game. Uh, the level itself is okay for the most part, but it's just when you actually fight Sweet Tooth, the final boss. The thing is, he's like very OP because of his special, and in fact, he has like the most OP special in any Twisted Metal game I can think of. I mean, the whole henchman attack thing. I mean, even when you have like 5-star armor, it can like drain like almost 80% of your health. Or in worst case, if you have really weak armor, one special can pretty much take you out. And I mean, it's just really OP. It kind of makes me wonder what the developers were thinking when putting that special into it. Well, for improvements, I would say, well, in terms of level design, they should get rid of the all the environmental hazards, as it just makes it a little too easy to take care of the AI because of that. I mean, I think the levels would still work out okay if we get rid of all like the exploding barrels and all those like weird speed boosters or teleporters and stuff like that. I mean, if they wanted some challenge, they could actually throw in some collision damage because as much as I don't like collision damage, at least it'd be some challenge to it. Uh, and then I would say for at least Sweet Tooth in general, I would say they really need to limit his special. Like either completely change his special to something more, more friendly, I guess, or maybe just limit his special severely to like maybe one, or have give him a really slow recharge rate for the specials, because he pretty much dominates like any match, no matter who plays as him. He's always like the number one pick for multiplayer matches and stuff like that. So it's just he just really needs to go. Well, overall, I say Twisted Metal 4 is a step up above Twisted Metal 3, and I mean they did add some new things to it compared to the last game that to help it out a little bit. But again, kind of like Twisted Metal 3, it plays like Twisted Metal, but it doesn't feel like Twisted Metal. It kind of feels like another knockoff than anything else. Um, I mean, granted, I do like some of the new stuff they added, and I kind of wish they did carry some of this new stuff to future games. Um but again, I mean, you're kind of creating a little bit more issues with the environmental hazards, and of course the OP boss. I guess the most OP boss ever. And I would say this is still a pretty fun game, especially for doing multiplayers. Using the multi-tap device, can have up to 4 people playing it, so it's not too bad. I mean, I guess it's actually worth some time getting into. And with that, I would give it Twisted Metal 4 a final score of a 6 out of 10, just slightly above average. It has some quirkiness every now and then, but it's still not too bad of a game. I would give it a shot. Well, this is Devil Hunter XYZ, and until next time.